it sort of happened all of a sudden. My colleague and there was two other workers. We were on a research team, and um, I got called up in the office, and they just said that, well, you're done. Your job has been eliminated, and we're going to transfer your work to another team. And so 4 o'clock today, you have your stuff to get together. And I worked there for 8 years, and I had no idea that this was going to happen. And I had like, I don't know, 6 weeks vacation. And in hindsight, I got really screwed on that because they only gave me 7 weeks of severance. And my colleague that was there for 18 years, she got really screwed because she had even more. So, yeah, and prior to that, I worked for that company for 8 years, and then I worked for a sister hospital in Baltimore, Maryland, for 2 years. So I actually transferred within the company from that position. And yeah, so I was really shocked. I was really shocked. So I had never collected unemployment, never collected unemployment. I basically school to re-educate and retrain myself. And after I got out of school in 78, I went to hairdressing school. I was a hairdresser or cosmetologist or whatever you want, hairstylist from 79 till 1983. And then I just decided to go back to school and get some medical assistant training. And that lasted about a year. And then after that, I worked as a medical assistant and got some training, I guess, for about 3 years. And then I decided to go back to school. In the meantime, I had met my first husband. We were in Florida, and we decided to come back to New Jersey, where I was born and raised. So yeah, so we decided to come back, and we got engaged, and we got married, and so then I got pregnant, and um, we got married, and then 2 years later, I divorced him, and then I had to get a job because I was doing like part-time employment. My sister and brother-in-law, they had a tavern in our town, and basically part-time there, and I worked part-time as in a country club as a waitress, banquet waitress or whatever, a cocktail waitress, I forget. So yeah, so then I got a job as a medical assistant when she was 2.5 years old, and I worked there at that hospital for 17 years. And then I was a single parent, so I had to work multiple jobs. I started to go to school at night and started getting some credits, and I was able to finish my associate degree, and then I went to a 4-year college and I finished my bachelor's degree. And after that, I decided, uh, my first husband was a loser. He was a drug addict. He was an alcoholic. He verbally abused me. He physically abused me, and yeah, uh, he was a horrible person. As a matter of fact, he just died in September of liver failure, of liver cancer, or whatever. He was a heroin addict, and he never really did anything for my daughter, and never paid any child support. Or um, as a matter of fact, after he left me, he went to California and he met some other woman and got one night stand and got her knocked up, and there was a child produced out of that. And he never did anything for that girl, that child. But my daughter's 33 now, and she's very successful. and she has a good life. As a matter of fact, here is my grandson, and he was born. Um, she got married in 2015, and here's little AJ. Yeah, he's going to be 2 in June 27th. Yeah. So she got married in December of 2015. And her wedding and her wedding reception is on my playlist. And I'm so happy for her because she has an intact family. And she has a wonderful husband. And so, yeah, so I'm looking for a job. I don't know what kind of job that I want to do, but it's definitely not going to be in like some horrible place, some germ infested. I want to do. So, yeah, so this next career is going to be something that I want to do, not something that I have to do. Um, I'm at the age now where, I have all this stuff. I have all this stuff. I don't need any more stuff. I just want peace in my head, peace in my heart. I want to be around good karma. I don't want to be around a bunch of people that really um, take advantage of people. They get wealthy on people's sickness, and I watched. I played that game in healthcare for 27 years, and I've watched some things. And when I was 20 something, I'm 58 years old now, and when I was 20 something, things things were like I was like, oh, okay, they're old. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So now I'm at the age where it does matter. It does matter. So and I feel bad. I feel bad about things that I know that's not right. What people in healthcare do, and it's just it's terrible. It's just terrible. You got to watch your back. You got to watch your back, and you think that the doctor that's taking care of you has your best interest in mind. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. All he's looking for is payment out of your insurance, and hopefully you give him some extra money on whatever he has to sell you. So I guess I have like a bad taste in my mouth for healthcare, and um, I have probably only met maybe 5 ethical doctors that I've ever worked with. All the rest of them were corrupt and doing underhanded things. Back in the way day where they used to go in their office and make deals with pharmaceutical companies and shit like that, trips. And so, whatever goes down in the next couple, when we come back from February, I'm seriously going to think about looking for a position and something that I want to do, not something that I have to do. I was lucky that I was able in 2016, I paid off all my debt. All my debt. I have a small student loan from when I went to college and finished my degree, and then I took some graduate classes and stuff like that. But um, basically, I'm debt free. I don't owe anybody except a little bit of student debt, and I'm trying to get rid of that. Uh, I live a very simple life. I don't live an extravagant life. I don't live above my means. And so I was lucky I did that in 2016 because there was a little voice saying to me, pay off your credit cards, pay off your bills, do this, save some money, and stop buying that, and pay off your car. And so my car's paid off. I don't owe any debts. I don't have any credit cards. Most of my credit cards I canceled. So I use cash. If I don't have the cash, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. So I don't owe anybody. I don't have any debt, and I'm clear free. So that's basically why I can veg. And